provide a bit of an update on the video that you've just watched, and there seems to be a number of stock faults with this particular deck which relate to this, which I think is a microcontroller here. This is a TT01L04 PM-TT01L04. It's a Motorola ZC93190P, and even though it doesn't sort of cover my particular fault, it does seem to suggest that a lot of faults caused on this deck, mainly to do with deck functions, is related to this chip, which is known as IT01. We also have an IT46, which I'm not sure if I can see it on this board. IT46. I'm not sure if it's on this little daughter board here. No, that's not the one. Wonder if it's on the front panel, because we do have some weirdness going on with this clock. I mean, what time is that? 8:87? Very odd. So I think the problem with this, there is a lot of issues, I think, with the onboard microcontrollers on this deck. So I think the thing is, if they're not too expensive, I'll get some in and replace them. Otherwise, it will be stripped for useful looking spares. Incidentally, the FV41R is a JVC deck, I discovered, so that's nice to know. But it does look like a lot of the Syscon related issues do seem to boil back to this chip here, and another chip elsewhere on the system, IT46, which I'll do a quick dive in now and see if I can locate it. A bit of further digging around under the clock panel, and we do have what looks like battery damage. So this component here is very grubby looking, as are these two. I'm not sure if those are resistors or diodes, to be honest with you. Here, I'm guessing, probably would have been mounted, yep, judging by the positive symbol on there, would have been mounted a battery backup device. This here, I'm guessing, is the program controller. So that is, what number is that? That is, it says that's IK05. Yeah, you can also, oh no, it's just my imagination. I thought I could see some corrosion on these pins, but there doesn't appear to be. Give that whole area a bit of a general clean off though, to be honest with you. So we're actually looking for IT46. So IT01 is, there she is, right there. So it's this one and this one that we potentially need to replace, and I think I've got the part number for that one. So if these aren't actually too expensive, and I'm talking sort of under sort of £20 or so, actually no, £10, I don't want to spend that much money on this thing, then yeah, I will try replacing them. Looking at the power supply, the capacitors look okay. There's no leakage or anything on those. There is, up in the top corner over here, a diode that looked a little bit unhealthy. So it would be interesting to see if that is still working or not. But a lot of places I've read, Syscon issues do seem to be related to these two chips. So not sure what to do about that, but we've checked everything mechanical, we've replaced belts. There's not really much mechanically that can go wrong with this particular deck. The only thing I can think of now is we get a service manual, we check to see if we're getting the relevant supply voltage from the power supply, which I think is 12 volts to the board, and one of the chips needs to be delivering the main chip here, something like 5 volts or so. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, I do think we've got a problem possibly with those two chips from what I've read everywhere. If you've got any further ideas, don't forget to let me know, and obviously hit the like button, subscribe, notification bell, everything else, and thanks for watching. I wanted to give an update on the FV41R. This deck has been now playing for about 15 minutes or so. It hasn't stopped, it hasn't spat out the cassette. All I've done is to clean the pinch roller and also clean both of the belts on the underside and both the idler and capstan spools. Picture is running well. There is a bit of warble on the sound, which from previous experiences and given some other things I've noticed with this deck, swollen caps in the PSU, we may have some dodgy capacitors. This is literally happening because we just got a bad tape, and the tape is a bit crinkled in places, so it looks like it's just clogged up the video heads, which isn't too bad. That'll soon clear, but which that seems to not be clearing. Let's just give that a little pause, see if that'll wipe it out the way. Go back to play. Let's just fast forward it for a bit, and hopefully that should clear the clog. It usually does, to be honest with you. But yeah, it seems to be running a lot better than it was. Anyway, thank you for watching this series. I think the next thing I'll be doing with this particular deck is recapping the power supply. There are some quite large value caps in there that I need to get hold of, so I'll be doing this probably around the same time that I do the rest of the JVC 3660 supply. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to notification and all of that stuff, and see you soon.